Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Wednesday, December 6th. We have all you need to know about a lawsuit facing the State College Area School District, as well as campaigns making their start in Center County.
We also have more on a strike ongoing with California State University faculty, along with entertainment, sports, and weather. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jace.
And I'm Alexis Spilotras.
Penn State Thon's logo is official. The executive committee revealed the logo on Sunday at the Thon Family Carnival, an annual event that welcomes Four Diamonds families to State College. The logo depicts a child riding a dragon, perfectly encapsulating Thon 2024's theme, Treasure Every Adventure. Thon weekend is February 16th to the 18th.
The State College Area Ice Hockey Club has been dropped from a federal lawsuit dealing with girls' participation in Pennsylvania school ice hockey. The parents of 3 middle school girls allege their district excluded their daughters from the co-ed team. They offered solutions which were rejected by the district. The court granted the club's removal from the suit, but not the club president, Chrissia Beck, and coach Gary Stidson, who will remain in the case.
State College police are asking for the public's help in identifying 2 men involved in separate incidents in downtown State College. One of the men is wanted for allegedly damaging items at a restaurant in downtown State College, and the other is accused of stealing from a downtown shop in November. Anyone with information can reach out to the State College Police Department.
Center Volunteers in Medicine has launched its annual Friends and Family campaign. The nonprofit health organization seeks community support and funds for Center County's Soul-Free Health Clinic. Their mission is to provide accessible health care and ensure essential services are not denied due to financial concerns. Donations will be matched up to $50,000 by Lance and Ellen Shanner and can be made online during the campaign to impact those in need. State College saw some flurrying today, giving us a sign that winter is quickly approaching. Luke Scherler with Campus Weather Service has the latest details on what to expect outside this week. Let's take a look.
From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good evening, everyone. I'm student meteorologist Luke Scherler here with your Wednesday evening forecast. Taking a look outside at Beaver Stadium right now, you see that sun is starting to set right now in our background. We still have pretty much cloudy conditions throughout the day. It's currently 36 degrees. It feels like 29, however, with our northerly winds at 10 miles per hour. Taking a look at our current conditions across the state, see Johnstown right now is our low spot at 30 degrees, with Harrisburg our warm spot at 40 degrees. But most of the state right now is experiencing 30 degrees temperatures, with Bradford also at exactly 30 degrees. Taking a look at our radar recap, you can see we had some spotty snow showers throughout the day, mainly lake effect coming off Lake Erie today. That's what had our clouds persistent throughout the day. Only a few of those storms were actually strong enough to produce a little bit of flurries, but nothing to stick around. And right now it is pretty much dry. We'll have these dry conditions will continue throughout most of the rest of the week. As we head into tonight, a little bit of cloudy conditions. We head into 30 degrees tonight. Some snow showers will come here, but just a bit of a tracing of snow, nothing to really worry about. And then as we head into the day tomorrow, pretty much the same as today. We got these clouds developing throughout the day, 37 degrees, not much of a change, eventually as that snow moves out of our region. But it will begin to clear up tomorrow night into Thursday. And then as we head into Friday, see, we have in lower 30s, and then eventually we'll get this nice warm up that is due to the low pressure system I'll talk about right now. So as we head into this weekend, we have this low pressure system developing over Lake Superior that will be giving us these nice warm temperatures. We can even see 50 degrees on Friday and Saturday. But as we head further into this weekend, that will be short-lived as we have this cold front moving through our region. Sunday we see lots of rain showers before this happens. And then as we get this colder air from the north, some cooler temperatures and some even snow that will be on the back door of this cold front. Be careful on Sunday. We could even have a chance for some severe thunderstorms, but mainly it would just be wind would be our threat. Then as we head into Monday, the system will eventually move out of our region, and we will just see back to cloudy conditions on Monday. But before that, if we get the snow, we see lots of rainfall we'll be expecting throughout this system. Almost 1.5 inches of rain before the snow moves in. So these amounts can vary here or there depending on when that cold front moves in and how much the temperatures will really change. But before we get there tonight, we're going to drop down to 29 degrees with a few flurries here or there, but nothing too major to talk about. And then tomorrow, eventually those flurries will move out of our region, just giving us some cloudy conditions and a high of 39. And now taking a look at our 7-day outlook, see this weekend, very nice, 50 degrees and even sunny on Friday and Saturday. But then as we head into Sunday, that's when the rain will start to develop and will drop down to even 34 degrees on Monday after that cold front. Then eventually the sun will return on Tuesday with a high of 43. From the Penn State Campus Weather Service, I am Luke Schiller. Have a great night.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Jamie DiBolonia with your sports update. The Penn State men's basketball team kicked off conference play tonight in Maryland for their Big Ten opener. Penn State began the season with a strong 4-0 start, but is eager to return to the win column following a challenging 4-game losing streak. Kanye Clary is averaging a team-best 15.1 points per game, while Ace Baldwin Jr. has contributed 14.4 points per game and a Big Ten best 2.4 steals per game. If Penn State beats Maryland tonight, it would be the first Big Ten opener win since 2018. Maryland is 4-0 at home, but Penn State will be the first Power Conference team to visit the Xfinity Center this season. Penn State football will make its first appearance in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl this year against Ole Miss. This will be the first matchup between the Nittany Lions and the Rebels. Penn State defense leads the country in total defense, while on offense, PSU ranks 4th in the country in red zone conversion percentage. Penn State also has a chance to make some serious college football history. If Penn State wins the Peach Bowl, it will become the first school in college football history to win each of the 6 major postseason bowl games, with the Rose, Orange, Fiesta, Cotton, and Sugar Bowls all already under their belt. Entering Week 14 of the NFL, there are some very big games on this week, but none of them bigger than the NFC East showdown between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. These teams are fighting for the NFC East division title and possibly home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. Kickoff is set for 8:20 p.m. at AT&T Stadium, and fans across the nation are eagerly waiting to see this game as it promises to be a defining moment in the NFL season. That's all for your sports update. After the break, John Colavita has the latest in the world of entertainment. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm John Colavita with your entertainment update. Starting this Friday, the town of Bellefonte will host its 42nd annual Victorian Christmas Festival. Events like horse-drawn carriage rides, arts and crafts, and numerous appearances by Santa Claus are happening all weekend long. All events will pay homage to the Victorian era in Great Britain, which lasted from the mid-1800s until the turn of the century. The festival also has a variety of live Christmas music and theater entertainment throughout the weekend. Free parking and shuttle service is available from Bellefonte High School on Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Attention all Led Zeppelin fans. This Thursday at 8 p.m., the State Theater is hosting the Led Zeppelin cover band Get the Let Out for a live concert. This band has described as a celebration of the mighty Zepp. Dubbed by the media as the American Led Zeppelin, Get the Let Out focuses strongly on the early years of the iconic band's history, as well as some deep-cut songs that were seldom, if at all, played live. Tickets are available on the State Theater's website beginning at $59. For many gaming fans, the long wait is over. After a near decade-long hiatus, Rockstar Games released a trailer for this week for the latest installment in the Grand Theft Auto video game series. The trailer garnered over 32 million views within its first few hours on YouTube and was trending all over social media. Fans have been clamoring for GTA to make its triumphant return to Xbox and PlayStation platforms. They'll get their wish with the 6th installment of the action-adventure series returning to consoles in 2025. That's all for your entertainment update. Coming up next, interview anchor Lauren Reel will be speaking with Sophia Chesmer, the president of Best Buddies at Penn State. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Lauren Reel, and with me tonight is Sophia Chesmer, the president of Best Buddies here at Penn State. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your major, your year, position?
Yes, thank you for having me. I am a senior. I'm studying biology and minoring in disability studies. I am the president of Best Buddies, like I said, and I'm really excited to be here and talk about it.
Well, we are so happy to have you here tonight. And could you just tell us a little bit about what Best Buddies is and the goal of the club?
Yeah, so Best Buddies is actually an international organization, but here at Penn State, we're just one of many, many, many chapters. They do a lot of things with pairing individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities with people that don't have them to sort of form friendships, get business opportunities, and really just ultimately promote inclusion and accessibility.
Wow, that's truly amazing. And why did you decide that you wanted to join, or how long have you been a part of the club?
I had been aware of Best Buddies since high school. I had always been sort of drawn to just wanting to learn about disability culture and, you know, the lived experience of people with disabilities. So Best Buddies had been on my radar, and I discovered the chapter here at Penn State in my sophomore year, and I joined, and I loved it. It was very educational, very fulfilling, and I knew after my first year participating that I wanted to be on exec, and I wanted to play a role in making sure that our club was really doing what it needed to.
So what are some of the roles that you hold as the president this year?
A lot of roles. I have a team under me who I love, who really helps me make the year successful. I have, I believe, 11 or 12 people working under me that I oversee. We plan activities, we run a social media page. We really just work together to make sure that we are being as inclusive as possible.
So who can get involved and how can they?
Anybody can get involved. Honestly, we have students without intellectual and developmental disabilities, or IDD, who go to Penn State. We also have people within the community with IDD that are members of Penn State as well. So typically the members without IDD are Penn State students, but any individual in the community with IDD can be paired with a student at Penn State.
Wow, that's really cool. I saw that Best Buddies has done many events throughout the year and has worked alongside fraternities, sororities, and other clubs as well, such as like the Smeal Sapphires. So can you just tell me a little bit about those collaborations that you do with others around campus?
Yeah, so we are paired with Pi Kappa Phi fraternity. So we really enjoy doing things with them. We always do 2 parties a year that they very graciously host at their house. We just actually had our holiday party yesterday, which was super fun. It's really just a great time to interact with other clubs on campus, and it's a really great way to promote inclusion and get the message out there that people with disabilities are people too, and they deserve to do all the fun things that Penn State students do as well.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And are there any events that you guys hold just on your own without the collabs? I know I've heard from others that you guys have done fun things such as playing kickball on the lawn. Can you just tell me a little bit more about those things?
Yeah, we do kind of anything under the sun. We have bi-weekly meetings, and at every meeting we have sort of like a theme or an activity plan. So our big hitters are always like karaoke, trivia. We do a lot of like games, it's really just a great time. And honestly, towards the end of meetings, buddies just end up like socializing. Like it's just a big hangout. But we do a lot of super fun activities, especially in the spring. We're hopefully starting a tradition of doing an annual polar plunge on Hub Lawn. It was really fun, really successful last year that we pair with Special Olympics and fundraise for them. And then Best Buddies International does what is called a friendship walk, where you go on a walk and you raise money to help support Best Buddies. So we do our own version of that as well in the spring and April. So we got a lot going on.
It really sounds like through the club that everyone's able to kind of come together and become a community and make new friendships. Would you say a lot of friendships form after going to these events and having fun with each other?
Yes, definitely. Every student or member with IDD gets paired one-on-one with a student here at Penn State, but they mainly hang out together. But ultimately, we usually see just a large group of people hanging out, talking to each other. So there are definitely friendships can blossom from anywhere, and it doesn't even have to be between a member with IDD and a member without. So it's definitely a community.
What type of disabilities are a part of your club, and how do the peer buddies really help support them?
Any disability, really. So intellectual and developmental disabilities really is sort of an umbrella term that can cover a lot of different disabilities. You know, we're never going to turn anybody away, right? And the peer buddies, honestly, it's true friendship. It's really, you know, it's an equal thing. They're peers. That's why we call them peer buddies. So it's an equal dynamic. It's not really like a charity type thing, because we really want to promote inclusion and promote the idea that people with disabilities are people and they deserve the friendships that we all hold.
What has been your favorite event that you guys have held this year?
Oh, that's such a good question. We had a really successful Halloween party, actually. We loved seeing all of our buddies dressed up in costumes. This was another meeting that we had with the fraternity as well. It was very fun. We got a lot of pictures, lots of good food. It was probably the most exciting meeting we've had. It was full of fun.
What would you like to say to students who are interested in joining?
Join, just do it. It's a super great time. It's very fulfilling, low commitment. You can have a higher commitment if you're paired, but you can just get involved. It's pretty easy.
All right, and where can students go to find more information and follow along with what you guys are doing?
We obviously have an Org Central page. You can just look up Best Buddies, but the most information you'll get will probably be from our Instagram, which is at bestbuddies_PSU.
Well, thank you so much for coming on with us tonight and telling us more about what Best Buddies has to offer. Stick around, because later tonight, Jace and Alexa will have more on the latest news from across the nation.
Faculty at California State University are on strike. They started a series of one-day strikes on Monday and are moving across 4 campuses. This comes as they continue to push for higher pay and more parental leave for the thousands of faculty members of the university system. California State University is the largest public university system in the United States.
On the other end of the country, a debate is currently ongoing in Maine over updating middle school science education to include topics like genocide and the Holocaust. Critics worry the proposal lacks proper teacher training for handling sensitive subjects, potentially distracting from basic science principles. The state's education department is reviewing public's comments, emphasizing the need for careful consideration before implementing these changes.
The Supreme Court is discussing a nationwide settlement with Purdue Pharma, the company that makes OxyContin. The settlement would prevent members of the Sackler family, the family that owns Purdue Pharma, from facing lawsuits over the opioid crisis in the U.S. The agreement settled in lower courts would have the Sacklers paying $6 billion and lose ownership of the company. They would emerge from bankruptcy as a different entity with profits being used for treatment and prevention. A decision on the case is not expected to come out until early summer of 2024.
President Joe Biden continues to urge Congress to pass funding for Ukraine. Biden claims U.S. support in this war will help the future of the world's democracies. Military officials in Ukraine claim they'll run out of funds by the end of the year if Congress doesn't pass the bill. They claim a victory here is the key to preventing further conflict in the region. Now that concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.